So Mark Carney, when asked if he was going to persist with Bill 63, he said absolutely. Now, Bill C-63 is the Online Harms Act bill, also referred to as the Free Speech, Anti-Free Speech bill. Let's take a look at it. Should you read the bill, and I hope you will, after the first, it's kind of in two sections, and after the first part, blah, blah, protect the children, blah, 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 and blah, blah, and protect, and blah, blah. After the first part, you get into the second. It's clear and evident this bill is a dystopian, authoritarian, and intentionally terrifying attack on free speech. The main points. The government will appoint an unelected board, they appoint the board, to decide what they deem as hateful, what the government deems as hateful. Note, not even a hint of what is hateful is intentionally absent in this bill. So the government will decide, bound by no restrictions whatsoever, what they deem as hateful. Penalties range from fines, 1 year house arrest, to life sentence. No kidding, life sentence. And it gets worse. You can face these potential sentences for not just what you may have posted, reposted, or what you said, but what you might in the future. No kidding.
What we might in the future, what, post?
Yeah, what we might post or say. No kidding. Thought crime, or pre-crime is the term. Bear in mind, this is not my interpretation of the bill. This is the only reasonable possible interpretation. One need not read between the lines, but simply read the lines in the bill. Now that's not the half of it. There's a $25,000 motivation for someone to accuse another of hateful or even potentially hateful activity in the future.
Excuse me. When you say hateful, what do they classify as hateful?
They don't. In the bill, hateful is not defined. There will be a government-placed board or committee, I'm not going to get into the terminology here, that will decide what's hateful. And it works thusly, and I'll use myself as an example. After 5 years as a content creator, posting my thoughts, my opinions, and facts regarding the Liberal government, I've garnered some folks who don't like me. Some, in fact, who loathe and detest me. Some have even threatened me, but that's neither here nor there. Now, these individuals, motivated not only by their dislike for me, but also the $25,000 they can anonymously collect, I will never know who accused me. Should the government board decide that, yes, they agree with my accuser, so anyways, back to the 25,000 anonymous. So this individual says, Carl's vids or videos scare me. In fact, his very way of thinking, the fact that he even exists at all, scares me. It's harmful to my apparently delicate sensibilities. But that $25,000 would go a long way towards making me feel more assured that democracy is being preserved, as his right to free speech and perhaps freedom itself has been removed. No kidding. Again, this is not my opinion or interpretation of Bill C-63. Now you might say, no way, the whole thing's craziness. Well, yeah, it is craziness. The UK currently has a similar law in effect now, and they're incarcerating people daily just for reposting something that's online. If you need one reason not to re-elect the Liberal government, Bill C-63 is it. And I believe it's before the Senate as we speak.
Okay, before you close.
Sure.
Okay, so whoever writes something or says something, depending on who they are they necessarily going to be accounted for? Not likely.
Who, my anonymous accuser?
No, well, that or somebody important.
Well, it doesn't matter how important they are, really. I it's up to this.
Okay, I'm
Government.
talking about higher up government people. Is it all right for them?
Oh,
I guess we'll find out, won't we?
the opposition government to speak against the government is
Yes.
what you're asking.
Yes.
Well, no. No, they want to silence all free speech. Yeah, what Pierre Poilievre says about Carney could be considered hate speech, hateful. Absolutely.
But they get away with it.
The Liberals? Well, if they get re-elected, they'll get away with Bill C-63 being imposed upon us. And you can't retrieve anything. I've been doing this for 5 years. Probably 5,000 videos, might be 5 million views on all the different platforms. And the government, I remind you, I've said this in other videos, is collecting all of our social media data in real time through that Meltwater outfit in, well, it's in a Scandinavian country, I forget which one. You can Google search that. The government, every video I or anyone has ever posted or reposted, any comment you've made on any video, the government already has it. You can't retrieve it to try to hide from Bill C-63. Any other questions?
No, but what you just said is quite scary.
Isn't it?
And unfair.
Yeah, well, don't vote Liberal, please, in Canada on or before April 28th. I think you can start voting on the 22nd, but whatever.